Warning, the following video will contain content that is not appropriate for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, what's up everyone? Welcome back for another one of my Pokemon Battle Revolution discussion battles. Fuck yeah. Alright, so today I'm here to discuss, because the last discussion battle that I did, I was kind of talking about like my brother's wedding and how that whole process went and all that good shit, like the bachelor party, the wedding reception, the rehearsal dinner, the actual wedding itself, all that good shit. And all that shit went very well, I gotta say. But it was what happened after the wedding reception that really fucked me up. Because again, like I said, the week after the wedding, I really wanted to, again, hit the ground running and get back to my normal recording. Because I knew like the week of the wedding that, you know, with all the shit going on, I wasn't really going to get any recording done for you guys. But also due to what happened immediately after like the wedding, I wasn't able to get any recording done last week either. So kind of falling behind on that shit, but it's not that big of a deal because again, I pre-record all my videos like several months in advance before I upload them, so it won't really make any difference for you guys. But for me, from a logistics standpoint, it gives me less content to work with, which is kind of annoying, but is what it is. Not the end of the world, you know. Still gonna always be uploading at least some kind of content for you guys. You guys know that. I'm always gonna have some kind of content ready for you guys. So, yeah, but either way, I'm going to be telling you guys about what happened at my mom's house after the night of the wedding reception, because it's a little bit screwed up. Not super screwed up, but a little screwed up. So I actually told my friend about it. I sent him like a long-ass text about it. So I'm pretty much just going to be reading that particular text because I feel like I summed it up pretty well in that text. And when I'm speaking off the cuff, I don't always do a great job of speaking eloquently. So it's going to be a little bit scripted, but either way. So so this is what happened. So, the night after the wedding reception, my mom's house was almost destroyed by a fire that was started because of some kind of malfunction with the oven. Luckily, the house was not severely damaged and there was no structural damage, but there were a lot of burn marks by where it happened, and everything in the house was covered in a layer of soot. We're also not entirely sure what happened because at some point, somehow, my mom tripped or something and hit her head hard, and we think she was knocked unconscious for an undefined period of time, and she has no memory at all of what exactly transpired that night. So the following morning, or the morning, you know, after the wedding reception, I should say, I got a call from the fire department, and they explained to me that there was an incident at my mom's house and she was dazed and confused, and that I should get there as quick as I could. So I did. By the way, like, when I say I got to my mom's house quick, because that's why I said at the end of the last recording session that it was fortuitous that I happened to have gone home from the after party early that night, so I was back at my dad's house. And my mom lives about like 5 minutes away from where my dad lives. So I was able to get to the house very quickly. So I got there as quick as I could. I got there literally in like a minute and a half. Usually it takes me about 5 minutes to get from my dad's house to my mom's house. I got there in a minute and a half. I had the gas pedal in my car glued to the fucking floorboard the whole way there because I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know, I was kind of scared, obviously. So I got there in literally a minute and a half. I was doing like 70 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone. So really lucky I didn't get any tickets. So I got to my mom's house and I went in the house and saw the damage. And they let me see my mom in the ambulance. and the whole right side of her face around her eye was bruised, and her hands, feet, and face were covered in black soot. She was very confused, and she was freaking out and panicking. She was able to answer all the paramedics' questions, so they said they couldn't force her to go to the ER, and my mom was stubbornly refusing to go to the ER, so they let her go. Damn it. Sorry, I'm trying to do this and talk at the same time. It's not working. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, so back to it. She was able to answer all the paramedics' questions, so they said they couldn't force her to go to the ER, and my mom was stubbornly refusing to go to the ER, so they let her go, and we went back into the house, and she continued to freak out about the fact that everything was covered in soot and about the burn marks in the kitchen. So I was trying to calm her down as best I could, because honestly, she was pretty much like completely hysterical. She was honestly kind of losing her shit a bit. You know, she was just absolutely hysterical, completely out of it because of the head injury. And I was just honestly trying my best to calm her down, but I texted my sister and told her, like, dude, you need to get home right now, because my sister was still at my brother's house from the previous night because of the after party that my brother held after the wedding reception. So my sister was still at that party. I left early. So, yeah. But after a while, my sister showed up. I could tell based on how my mom was acting that she had a concussion. She wasn't talking quite right, and her mind seemed really hazy. And she said she was seeing double. As the day went on, my mom's mental acuity did seem to be improving a bit, but she still seemed a bit off. Because, like, yeah, honestly, like, I was talking to her, she was kind of stuttering a bit. She just definitely, like, did not seem like herself. Like, you could definitely tell. I mean, the bruise aside, 'cause she had, like, a big-ass bruise on her right eye. And her glasses were also very bent. That's why I was like, did you fall at some point? And then she started to realize, she's like, oh, yeah, I probably did at some point. Because, again, she did not have clear memory of exactly what happened because of the head injury. She, like, completely lost her memory. So, yeah. I mean, her mental state was improving a little bit, but she still seemed a bit off. So, after a while, my aunt and uncle showed up to the house because they were both in town for my brother's wedding. So that was very lucky because they live in Florida, so it was very lucky that they were in town. And keep in mind, earlier, my mom was refusing to go to the ER. So when my aunt and uncle showed up, my uncle and mom got into a huge argument because my uncle wanted my mom to get checked out at the ER, but my mom was still stubbornly refusing to go. But finally, she gave in and went. They ended up keeping her there overnight because it turns out that she had a minor brain bleed, and they wanted to monitor it. In the meantime, while my uncle took my mom to the ER, me, my sister, and my aunt started to work on cleaning up all the soot and the shit. And yeah, trust me, that soot, it was not like a thick layer of soot that got on, like, but it got like everywhere in the house. And my mom lives in a 2-story house. The only place it didn't really get is the basement. Like, the basement was pretty much untouched. But, like, pretty much every fucking where in the house. Like, that shit got literally everywhere. And it was just a complete mess. It was also incredibly difficult to clean up. So eventually my uncle got back from the ER and explained what was going on to us. So the day following that, we ended up picking up my mom from the hospital. And she seemed to be doing a lot better. And most of the day, me and my sister worked on cleaning up the house. But yeah, I mean, it was just really hard to clean up all that shit. I was also trying to keep an eye on my mom, you know, because, like, ever since then, mentally, she just, you know, she just has not been very good. But luckily now she is going to see a, you know, therapist, which is good. She's just very frustrated because she can't remember exactly what happened that night because of the head injury, and she's just very frustrated about it. But it's also good because it sounds like the insurance people are going to be cleaning up, handling a lot of the cleanup themselves. We kind of left the kitchen alone because that was like the main area where it happened, so we didn't really clean up anything there because, you know, evidence and stuff. Because the insurance company sent like an actual fire investigation unit to take a look at what happened and whatnot. But it sounds like the insurance company is going to handle pretty much all of the cleanup, you know, getting the soot off of everything, which is very nice. So yeah, so literally right after like a few days worth of partying and drinking and shit, which I don't normally do, I wake up to that the next, you know, the following morning after the reception. Like, I didn't completely wake up to that, but like pretty much. You know, like I woke up, started to play some video games, and then I get a call, you know, and then I have to go deal with that all freaking day, and then all throughout the week I've had to deal with that, so, or all throughout last week, I should say, so. It's been a stressful couple of weeks, you know, between all the planning with the wedding and then having to deal with that whole incident at my mom's house. It's just been an absolute, honest to God, clusterfuck. Like, yeah. But that's why I was not able to get any recording done that week, or last week, is because I was busy dealing with that whole issue at my mom's house. So yeah, just kind of frustrating, but you know, shit is what shit is. What are you gonna do, right? Not really much you can do in certain circumstances. You're just kind of fucked sometimes. So. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, all things considered, it could have been a lot worse. Like, my mom very well could have died, or, you know, the whole house could have burned down or something, or a combination of both of those things. So, I mean, the situation sucked. But looking back on it, you know what? It could have been a hell of a lot fucking worse, man. And we're getting everything cleaned up. Everything's going to be back in working order, so, I mean, that's good. My mom just needs a new oven, hopefully one that doesn't randomly malfunction and set shit on fire. And also the microwave was damaged in the incident as well, so she's going to need a new microwave. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing. No, like, real structural damage to the house. I mean, there might be some minor shit here and there, but, like, really, like, pretty much no major, like, structural damage of, like, any kind at all, which is incredible. We think at some point my mom must have actually put the fire out somehow, but we don't know exactly how. Like, how she did it. But, yeah, either the fire went out on its own or she somehow managed to put the fire out. So, yeah, I don't know. Again, it's tough to say. We don't know exactly what happened because my mom ended up hitting her head at some point and lost her memory. So, we don't know exactly what happened. But, yeah. Crazy fucking shit, man. Literally, the day after having to, you know, do my brother's wedding and doing all that happy celebration and shit, then something like this happens and it's just like, oh, God, talk about a fucking roller coaster of emotions. Like, Jesus Christ. It's some fucking whack shit right there, man. Some fucking whack shit. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, just crazy shit. Seems like I can't catch a break these days, but you know what? It's whatever. You do the best you can, I guess. Again, like I said, the whole situation could have ended up being a lot worse, so can't really bitch too much. All right. Wasn't actually sure exactly what that was going to do, but it worked out well. Ah, so fucking close. Might have had a shot if that would have been a one-hit kill, but this is going to be tricky. Brr. Yeah, I think it's safe to say I'm pretty much screwed here. Yeah, that blows. All right. Well, guys, that will do it for that one. So stay tuned until next time. Peace out.